Hi everyone, welcome back. Now we're just going to come down to the floor to begin with. Well done for arriving at this class today, whether it's morning, afternoon or night. It's just nice to have you here. We're going to begin in a nice comfortable seated position. Just going to take a moment, sitting up nice and tall, really making the chest nice and proud, shoulders down and away from the ears. We're just going to soften or close the eyes here. We're just going to begin by slowing down the breath. If you feel more comfortable, maybe taking a hand to the low abdomen and another hand up to our heart space or upper chest. And as we inhale, we'll feel that expansion through the torso. And as we exhale, feel the deflation. Inhaling in and exhaling out. So with each breath, you want to feel the expansion through both hands, making sure the whole length of the torso is expanding as we inhale. And then as we exhale, we want to feel that decompression just as everything starts to come back in and deflate towards each other. And again, we want to make sure the sensation is happening in both hands to make sure it happens through the full length of the torso. Inhaling in and inhaling, exhaling out. Inhaling in and exhaling out. We're just going to continue with that for a few more breaths in your own time, making sure each inhale is nice and long and that we don't rush the exhale, keep it nice and controlled. Okay, and as you breathe here, take a moment just to make sure, just have a scan through the body, just take note of anything that feels a little bit tight, maybe any little niggles anywhere, anything you're holding on to. Maybe set an intention in this practice just to try and release it or let it go, whatever it is. If your eyes are closed, feel free to flicker the eyelids, allow the light back in, and we'll come up to meet standing at the front of our mat. Okay, and then from here we're going to begin by going into Namaskar A, or Sun Salutation A. So on an inhale, we're going to lift the hands towards the ceiling, nice and tall on an inhale. Then as we exhale, leaning forward, coming to a forward fold, really vacuuming out the air. Inhaling, coming up to a flat back. Then exhaling, step or hop back into a low plank. Feel free to drop the knees to the ground if you need to here. Inhaling up nice and tall, making sure we're getting the chest through for upward dog. And then as we exhale, roll over the toes into downward facing dog. So from here, we're just going to take 5 deep breaths. As it's the first one of the day, feel free to pedal it out. Maybe give a little extra bend in the knees to ensure we get that nice flat back. Let the head hang loose. Maybe give it a little bit of a wiggle. Make sure there's no tension in the neck. Okay, on an inhale, we're going to step or hop to the front of the mat into a flat back. Exhale, fold over, forward fold. Inhale, rise to standing. And then exhale, Samastatihi. Feet together, arms by our side. So we're going to do a couple of rounds here of this just to get the body nice and limbered up. And inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, fold over. Inhale, rise up to a flat back. Exhale, step or hop back into a low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And then here we're going to remain for 5 deep breaths. One. 2. 3. 4. And 5. On an inhale, step or hop forward to a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to standing. And exhale, Samastatihi. Very nice. Round 3 this time, inhaling up. Exhaling, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to a flat back. Exhale, step or hop back into a, what are we doing here? Into a low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Again, another 5 breaths here. Learn to just take it easy in downward dog. This is almost our resting phase. Don't try to push it. Just try and ease into the pose. If you had to do it for 2 minutes, what kind of effort would you need to put in to just remain in this nice and comfortably? Then on an inhale, go step or hop to the front of the mat again, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to standing. Nice and tall. Exhale, Samastatihi. Very nice. This time, we're going to go into round 4. So inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to a flat back. Exhale, step or hop back into low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And 5 deep breaths here. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. On an inhale, step or hop forward, flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to standing nice and tall. Exhale, Samastatihi. Nice. One more round this time. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up to a flat back. Exhale, step or hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, coming back into down dog. Take another 5 breaths here. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Okay, from here we're going to step our butt forward, flat back, exhale, fold forward, inhale, rise up to standing, and exhale, arms by our side. Very nice. So from here, we're going to take our left foot back, going to take it out to 90 degrees, right foot pointing forward, and then keep ourselves in nice and close, nice and tall, arms up to the side. Make sure we're not bending the hips round. We want to keep everything nice and tight, the length of the mat. Then we're taking a nice big inhale. And as we exhale, start to reach forward, go as far as you can, and then circle round, bringing our hand either to the top of our ankle, maybe somewhere up the shin, or maybe to the floor if that's available to you. Then our back arm pointing up towards the ceiling. Try and keep the shoulders down and away from the ears. Maybe looking up towards the ceiling if that's available to you. Really leaning into the outside edges of the feet. Engaging the quads by pulling up the kneecaps. And as we inhale, rising up, and then exhale, swap the feet round. So our back foot becomes the front foot, and our front foot turns out 90 degrees to become the back foot. Again, getting up nice and tall first, nice big inhale. And then as you exhale, leaning forward as far as you can before coming over. We don't want to be sinking into our side here, so if you find yourself getting caught out here, feel free to just ease it back a little bit. You'll still get a nice effective stretch here. So wherever you're comfortable with today. And then as you inhale, rising up nice and strong. And we'll swap the feet round again. This time the back foot is going to point forward 45 degrees. We're going to take a little bit of a rotation here. So back foot up 45 degrees, front foot facing forward. Take our left hand up towards ceiling, nice big inhale. And as we exhale, windmill the arms over, maybe getting our left arm to touch the floor on the outside of our right foot. Otherwise, maybe placing it on top of the right foot if that's available for you. And then turning the head and the chest to look behind you or to the back wall. Continue to inhale nice and deeply. And as you inhale, release out, come up nice and strong to standing. Then again, swap feet around the opposite direction. Back foot out 45 degrees, remember. Take a nice big inhale. And then exhale, windmill the arms over. Bring it out, right hand to the outside edge of the left foot this time. And then on an exhale, apologies. Next inhale, come up nice and strong. Exhale, we're going to bring both feet forward this time to face in front of us. We're just going to bring the feet nice and wide into a wide-legged stance. Toes slightly in, ankles slightly out. That way we ensure our feet are nice and straight, parallel to each other. Inhale, take our arms nice and wide. And then exhale. Inhale, we're going to take our arms to our waist. And then exhale, fold forward. Taking our hands to the floor, in line with our shoulders and our feet. We're going to inhale, come up to a nice flat back. And then exhale, fold forward. Now we're just going to chill out here for a bit. If it's too intense, feel free to either come up a little bit or just give a little bit bend in the knees. And that'll just give you an opportunity to continue to stretch, but releasing the muscles at the same time. Shoulders back and away from the ears. On an inhale, we'll come up to a flat back. Exhale, arms by our waist. Inhale, rise up to standing. Exhale, arms by our side. Go another round, inhaling, arms to our waist. And then keeping our arms on our waist. This time we're going to just fold full over from the hips. Pushing the bum back. Coming straight over. Letting the head hang loose. Then we're going to continue to breathe here. Maybe have a play with moving more of your body weight into the fronts of your feet. That might allow you to straighten up a little bit, maybe getting a little bit lower. Then as you inhale, rise up nice and strong, straight to standing. Then exhale, arms by our side. And then this time, as we inhale, keep the arms out wide. Really open up the chest. And then as we exhale, we're going to introduce a little bit of a rotation, folding forward, coming to touch one of our feet. Opposite arm coming up behind us, maybe looking behind you. Then as you finish the exhale, inhaling, coming straight back up to standing. Chest nice and proud. And then exhale, we'll go the opposite direction this time. It's getting nice and long. Inhaling, coming up. And then this time we're going to take both hands down so you can get a little bit further across that leg. Maybe getting your toe to touch your knee. Inhaling, coming back up. And then exhaling again over the other leg. Inhaling, coming back up. And then exhaling, bring our arms by our side, bringing the feet in a little bit. Going to take them into a wider squat stance, so just a little bit wide on hip width, toes slightly pointing out. We're going to exhale, coming down to the floor, like so. And then we're going to use the elbows to push the knees out, keeping the chest nice and proud here. This will just give us a moment to have a nice deep stretch. Continue to stay nice and strong. Okay, and then from here, we're just going to sit back nice and carefully onto the floor. And we're going to either use a block or a cushion here, whichever you have available. We're going to just sit back on a little bit, and that'll just lift us out of our lower back. And then what we're going to do here for a little bit of fun is we're going to take our left leg, we're going to point the knee out directly in front of us. And then you might need to rearrange yourself. We're going to try and get the right leg on top with both knees stacked on top of each other. Don't worry if they're down here or maybe up here. It will all depend on your body composition and how tight your legs are feeling today. Want to get up nice and tall. You might feel a nice deep stretch to the outside of the legs here. Just want to take a nice inhale in. Exhale out. So we don't want to start rounding, we want to keep ourselves up nice and tall the whole time. If you want to take it a step further, maybe bringing one arm overhead, nice deep tricep stretch. Breathing in nice and deeply. We don't want to be folding forward here again. Only go as far as you're able to keep up nice and tall. And if you want to take it a step further, maybe taking a bind behind. And from here, we're just going to stay a little bit. So releasing the hands. You can either release the legs, restack them again, or for a little bit of fun, what we're going to do is we're going to step up, keeping our feet where they are. We're going to follow the direction of the front legs. So for me, I'm starting at the knee, and I'm going to follow the direction of my foot, which is to my left. So we're just going to lift ourselves up, spin round, maybe have a look at the wall behind you, and continue round until naturally your legs will restack in the opposite position. Getting up nice and tall. Don't worry if it didn't. It doesn't happen first time for everyone. So feel free to just rearrange yourself. At least you gave it a try. It's always the main thing. And again, we're going to sit up nice and tall here. Breathing in nice and deeply. And exhaling. Maybe taking a little bit of a tricep stretch over the opposite arm this time. Or if you feel available, maybe taking a bind behind. Just evening out both sides here, staying up nice and tall. And we won't stay too long, we'll just release out. Releasing the legs, bringing them in front, maybe give them a little bit of a shake if you need to. And then we'll bring ourselves into a nice, comfortable seated position to finish. Softening or closing the eyes. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. We'll take a nice deep bow here, arms pressed together. Sign of respect to everyone who's joined us today. Rising back up, slowly